Water comes in through the poly line into our pressure tank, out of our pressure tank, into our first 5 micron sediment filter, then into our carbon filter, which takes out the taste and odor of the lake water there, through our UV, out of our UV, ties back on to the house.
Right.
We added a new shutoff just because the other gate valve there was probably going to leak on me, so I just decided I'm just going to change it out anyways.
And it's a better valve.
Yeah, it's definitely, you just off. All your drain ports are still there. We didn't take any of those. And the cool thing, this is the main thing about this setup here. So right now the pump's off.
Yeah.
So if we want, you're shutting it down for the year. If we open this.
Yeah.
It's draining that whole line right now back to the lake.
Right.
The check valve is up here. If you picture of it as, the regular pump, your finger would be on the bottom, right, of the straw holding the water in there. This one, if you put your thumb on top of the straw, so that's exactly what this is simulating there.
Okay.
We replaced your top element here. The bottom element, I got that insulation back in there too.
Yeah.
I tested the bottom element just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
It was testing fine. It was beeping for me. Top one was not. It was destroyed.
Yeah.
Other than that, I switched the PEX over here just because all the insulation, and I didn't want to run.
That's fine.
Copper like back out in front of here, and
no.
I wanted to keep it up out of the way. So if you ever have to get to this area, it's nice and easy.
Yeah. Okay, so in the fall, the process is going to be drain everything, including the hot water tank.
Yep.
And then we're going to take the filters out.
Yep.
The UV we don't do anything with, or do we have to drain it as well?
The UV, you can take a pair of pliers if you'd like, and take off this bottom nut there. It's got an O-ring in it, and it'll just drain out onto the ground there.
Right.
Whatever's little.
And we should do that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
The more you can leave open, and always leave your drain ports wide open. Like, never shut them afterwards either. But I was just showing, this is the cool thing about this setup here is when the pump's off, like it's off right now, it's not running. If we open this, it's sucking all the water back down to the pump, draining this whole line.
Oh, nice.
So that's the whole point of this system, is that it's easy to winterize.
So that is the check valve there as well?
That's the check valve there.
Okay.
Yeah, and you think of it as holding your thumb on top of the straw when you dip it in water, and it still holds the straw full of water until you release your thumb, right? That's what this is. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty cool little system. They work great.
Okay.
Other than that, we didn't take out any drain ports or anything like that.
So when we fire it up in the spring.
Yep, make sure you close this guy first, or you'll shoot yourself in the face with water.
Yeah.
I always like to shut this valve
right
when I'm first firing it up. Make sure that's closed. Turn your pump on. You'll pressurize up to this valve right here.
Okay.
Okay, we got water. That's the first step. Then throw your filters in. Make sure your UV is on. Every year you should chlorinate your system too.
Oh, okay. And where would you add the chlorine?
You can add it right into this filter housing. I added it into the UV, into the canister.
Okay.
But if you do add it into here, the carbon absorbs chlorine. So you have to put a empty canister, run the chlorine out through your house, come back down, take it off again. And I made it that simple too. If you shut that valve and this valve here, so they're both shut, open this, I usually put a bucket there or something, open that. That takes the pressure off from here to there. So all of this is able to be worked on now.
Right. Okay.
So
yeah, good. Nice.
So if you shut this, shut that, open this into a bucket.
Yeah.
You won't have any issues. You're not going to take off something and it's going to shoot water at you or nothing like that.
Okay. So when we're firing up, then we're going to chlorinate the system. We're putting in how much in there? A liter of
I put in like pretty much half of that little jug there. So, fill up the canister to like here-ish or something like that.
Okay, so it's a couple of liters then.
What little jug is it, like Javex?
Yeah, that one, it's just outside the door. I think it's still there unless I brought it up front.
I think it's gone.
No, it was just one of the small bottles, and there's still about half.
So is it literally bleach or some other? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
you can get Javex. You can get. I think ours is Old Dutch.
Okay.
Whatever.
Any normal bleach. Okay.
Yeah.
And then so put it in, leave it for a couple hours for the chlorine, or no?
Yep. Always leave it for a couple hours.
And then flush it out, and then put the filters in. Well, I guess put at least the carbon back
Yeah.
in.
As long as the carbon's not in while you dump chlorine in.
That's right.
Unless you're putting it into the canister, which you can remove the lamp and the sleeve, fill the canister with chlorine.
But that's a bit of a hassle, it sounds
Yeah, a little bit. Like, because I just don't want to tell you guys to do that. Because if you break the sleeve,
like. I know.
you have no water. That's it until you get another sleeve.
Yeah.
But like I said, if we do the opening and closing, that is something that we do with every opening and closing too. Is make sure it's chlorinated.
So these collars rotate.
Yeah,
Just by hand or
right here. So this would go up on there.
Oh, okay.
That way is to loosen it.
Yep. So normal.
And they do
way.
have little pressure reliefs here too, but like I put this here, you don't need to.
Yeah, right.
You're
Okay.
good to go.
Okay.
This is the owner's manual. I'm not sure if you set it up there or if I just grabbed it when I seen it. Just make sure
Okay.
you had it.
And this, we've got, as you can see, Stephen, the Call Valley. So for, the recognition of who's installed it. The water tank, the hot water heater you guys put in the replacement.
We replaced
so
the
that's
element,
all
yep.
good, and that's brand new. The
Pressure tank, yeah.
Pressure tank is brand new. Okay. Great.
And the pressure upstairs seems, you'll probably notice a big difference.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah, it's
That's
awesome.
good. Yeah, nice.
Because we're running a 40-60 pressure switch here, so regardless of the pump or whatnot, we're already 10 psi higher than you were before. Your other one was a 30. Your pump would kick on at 30 psi,
Okay.
shut off at 50. This one turns on at 40, shuts off at 60.
Right.
Okay.
And there's no Ventura down at the bottom.
No, there's none of that.
Quiet.
No pump priming. No.
Right.
You just flick your breaker on when you get here. Make sure that valve's shut, and then you got water.
Okay. Now, if we wanted to run, instead of running through the filter to the garden hose, which is that angled one over there, or is that, I'm trying to see how that works. No, it looks like all the water goes into the, through the filter.
Yeah, because
and then it comes back over and in.
There
Okay.
could be branches coming off of that line too.
Yes.
That could feed to your
Yeah.
kitchen or your bathroom somewhere in the ceiling there.
Yeah.
So if we would have put that to there, one of your taps would have been untreated.
Yeah.
Unless we know for sure that that's a single line ran all the way back.
Yeah.
And if you ever did want to make that outside tap raw, it wouldn't be anything for us to come in with some a full line of PEX and run it all the way over.
Right, you'd want to do that because you can't be sure
Yeah.
what's in there.
And it's not a big deal. It's not like you have a softener because, like you said, you're not using it much anyways. Regardless how much water runs through this, you still have 365 days.
Yes.
Tomorrow that'll say 364. So, and your filters you're changing every year anyways.
Right.
So you might as well
Just enjoy it.
just keep it on there unless you're filling swimming pools with it and
No,
stuff
we're not
like that.
using much of it anyway.
Yeah,
So.
like it's not you. This is 365 days, regardless if you have
Yeah.
your garden hose on it or not, and your filters are once a year anyways.
So we aren't going to be here for 6 months. We just unplugged that, it looks like.
Yep. Don't unplug it when you leave or anything,
No?
just because if any pressure gets lost or anything gets ran without it on, you could have the potential of getting bacteria up in the house.
No, but when we shut down.
Yeah, when you shut down, unplug it and
And
it'll
that-
start back right up where it was, where
and
it
that-
left off.
And this is the.
Oh, the plug's just up there. on the
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the.
And you'll see, if you're only here for 65 days and then you shut it down, next year you'll have 300 days. It's
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's going
But
to.
even then, still replace your filters.
Yeah.
But the UV light might last us 3 seasons if we're
Oh, easily.
using it 4 months of the year.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Other than that,
So it's 365 days of running until the UV needs to be replaced.
yes. Yeah. Yeah. You don't. Yeah. If you shut it down, usually we get 2 seasons out of most cottages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's good.
Because if it's down to like 30 days or something,
Oh, yeah.
it's just
Get
it's
rid
just
of it.
worth and we will call you. You'll be on a list. We'll call you when this gets down to 60 or 30 days, just to let you know, hey, your UV's coming up. Because some people don't go down and check that very often, right? You guys will see it more.
That's on the internet or something? Like you have a connection to this?
No. We will just you'll be in our system today. We install the UV, so our daily business manager, it's called, will put up an alarm on our water treatment lady's computer.
And
when
we'll
there's 60
send it.
days left on here.
But
And they'll send us an
but It
email.
won't be 60 days on there because we'll be turning it off.
If
Yeah.
you,
Oh yeah. She'll. Yeah.
I mean,
If you
like
guys are
300
doing it
days
once a
from
year.
now, which
Yeah.
Right.
you just remind us to go check
She'll
it.
yeah, exactly. She'll remind us too early, but sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, cottage, you're shutting her down and stuff yourself. But like I said, if we're opening and closing it, we always have lamps and sleeves on us in all the vans, especially for this unit. It's the most common unit we have.
Yeah.
And you've found these to be really reliable, I gather, right?
Yeah, this is all we install now. Really,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
other ones too that are good, but this one isn't as tall. So we got some that are, the UV's that tall, so you have to mount it on its side, or else you wouldn't be able to get the lamp out.
Yeah.
And stuff,
Right.
right?
Now, in the event that the lamp craps out, it is a defect in it. Would there be an alarm on that system?
Yeah, it will beep at you and it will say A3. There's a silence alarm button, so you
Okay.
can come down here and silence. If it says A3, the lamp is kaput.
Yeah. Okay.
Instead of listening to the alarm, you could just give us a call and come down and unplug it. Obviously don't drink the water for that time being.
Right.
And then we'll come and chlorinate the lines again.
That's loud enough. We'll hear it upstairs.
Oh yeah. Or you'll hear it hanging out outside or whatever. You won't hear it go, oh, there's the alarm, but you'll be thinking, what the heck is this beeping? I hear something.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. That's
Yeah,
good.
and then you'll come down and be like, oh, it's this thing. But I've only ever seen a brand new system have that happen one time.
Okay.
Nice.
Other than that, you're good to go. Valves are all open. Let the line sit for 4 hours, longer if you can. Doesn't matter.
So when we're doing the chlorine, if we want to chlorinate this line going out here, I can't imagine why we would, but we would open up the valve a little bit till you get some.
Yeah, I already did that too.
Yeah. So empty the line, put the chlorine in, run it in until it starts dribbling out all the different taps.
Yep.
Let it sit for 4 hours, and then you do the flush.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you
good.
can do the sniff test too. I just bring
Yeah.
strips because anytime I do the sniff test, the first tap shoots chlorine into my nose.
Yeah.
And then every single one, I smell it. Well, I think it's just in my face, but.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Wear glasses when you're
Yeah.
doing that, right? Okay.
No, I think we're good to go though.
Well, thanks very much.
No problem.
Much
Yeah, we
better.
dug it in.